Good evening. I want to discuss the impact of Christianity on the American founding. Christianity impacted America's founding in several ways. First, Christianity formed the basis of American civic virtue. Civic virtue, or political virtue, has a religious base, as historian Donald Lutz pointed out in his book, The Origins of American Constitutionalism. Jefferson stated that, quote, "No nation has ever yet existed or been governed without religion, nor can be. The Christian religion is the best religion that has been given to man," end quote. According to Catholic philosopher Michael Novak, Jefferson and the other founders believed that, quote, "public self-government could only succeed if its citizens also practiced self-government in their personal lives," end quote. Consequently, religion, in America's case Christianity, could provide the influence necessary to produce good citizens and thereby a strong, lasting republic, an idea that James Hudson in Religion and the Founding of the American Republic describes as the symbiotic relationship between Christianity and the political culture of the early republic. Second, Christianity is reflected in the colonial charters and early governmental documents. Virginia's charter of 1606 stated that one of the colony's purposes was to spread the gospel. The Pilgrim's Mayflower Compact, 1620, starts, "In the name of God, amen," and goes on to state the desire of the colony to spread the gospel. John Winthrop listed spreading the gospel as the first reason in his Reasons for the Plantation in New England, 1628. The seal for the Massachusetts Bay Colony depicted an Indian quoting Acts 16:9, "Come over and help us." The Fundamental Orders of Connecticut, 1639, considered the first constitution ever written in America, stated its commitment to preserve the gospel. The New England Confederation, 1639, noted that all Christian immigrants came to America to advance the kingdom of Jesus and enjoy the liberties of the gospel. Third, America became a place of refugees for thousands of persecuted Christians, Pilgrims and Puritans, German Pietists, Huguenots, Scots and Scotch-Irish Presbyterians, Moravians, Quakers, Anabaptists, and Catholics. Winthrop stated in his Reasons that God may have provided America for the church's refuge. Had there been no persecution, there probably would not have been the mass exodus of Christians, particularly dissenting Christians, out of Europe and into America. These groups came with the same objective, to create a Christian land governed by Christian principles, to quote Chief Justice Earl Warren. Thus, Christianity became a top motive for colonization. Fourth, according to Mark David Hall, concerning the influence of Reformed tradition in the American founding, Reformed Christianity, which accounted for 3/4 of the Christians who came to America, provided the ideas of republican government, the idea of covenant, foedus, from which we get federalism and the ideas that citizens have both rights and responsibilities, the right of resistance to unjust rulers, limited government, government based on the consent of the governed, and rulers promoting the common good. Fifth, the Christian Bible was the most read and respected book in all the colonies throughout the colonial period and the time of the Revolution. According to historian Daniel Dreisbach in The Bible and Political Culture of the American Founding, quote, "The Bible permeated both the private expressions and public pronouncements of those who shaped the new nation and its civic institutions," end quote. British historian George Trevelyan stated, "The effect of the continual domestic study of the Bible upon the national character, imagination, and intelligence for 3 centuries was greater than that of any literary movement in the annals or any religious movement since St. Augustine. Thus, the Bible influenced education, politics, and social norms." Lastly, Christianity, due to the numerous sects that came to America, ultimately made America the center and beacon of religious liberty. Although several colonies had established churches, there would be no established church over America, and dissenters in every colony, led by preachers like Isaac Backus and Jonathan Mayhew, ultimately pushed for disestablishment. Christians of various sects realized that religious liberty was the foundation of all other liberties. One can see from this discussion that Christianity had a tremendous impact on the founding of America. Thank you.